Did you know that while we spend a lot of money every year to fight well-known diseases, there are many health problems that harm our health quietly without us even noticing until they get really bad? These problems are known as silent diseases. They slowly get worse without showing any symptoms, making it hard to find out someone has them until they're far along. This video is here to tell you more about these hidden diseases. It highlights how important it is to know about them and how finding them early can help reduce their harm. Silent diseases don't show signs at first, so people often don't realize they have them until it's too late. There are many reasons why these diseases are found late, like their symptoms are not obvious or we just ignore small health issues. This video stresses the need to pay more attention to our health. Fighting these sneaky diseases isn't just about getting medical treatment, but also about finding them early and taking action right away. This video aims to educate people, encouraging them to get regular health checks, which can help catch these diseases early and possibly save lives. Silent diseases number 1, fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgia is like an invisible enemy that brings a lot of pain, tiredness, and other hidden problems. Even though millions of people have it, a lot of us don't really understand what it is. It causes a lot of pain all over the body and comes with issues like feeling very tired, having trouble sleeping, remembering things, and mood swings. These problems can look a lot like other health issues, which makes it hard to figure out if someone has fibromyalgia. It's called a silent disease because the pain and symptoms are not visible and start very slowly, so it's easy to miss them at first. This can lead to people not realizing how serious it is until it starts to really affect their everyday life. While there's no cure, knowing about it early on and managing it with different treatments can make a big difference. By understanding and talking more about fibromyalgia, we can help make sure people don't have to deal with it alone. Silent diseases number 2, high blood pressure. High blood pressure, also known as hypertension, is often called the silent killer because it quietly affects millions without them knowing. It increases the pressure on the walls of arteries without any obvious signs, but it's very dangerous. Many people with high blood pressure are at risk of serious health problems like heart disease, stroke, and kidney failure without even realizing it. There are no clear warnings, and often people only find out about their high blood pressure after it has caused damage. High blood pressure can sneak up on people, sometimes seen as just part of getting older or stress, but its effects are serious. Finding it early with regular checkups is crucial. Knowing about it and taking steps to manage it through changes in lifestyle, medicine, and keeping an eye on your health can turn it from a hidden danger into something you can live with and control. This can help keep your heart healthy and lead to a longer, happier life. Silent diseases number 3, chronic kidney disease. Chronic kidney disease, or CKD, is like a quiet guard in the health world, often moving forward without anyone noticing until it's too late. This disease slowly makes the kidneys less able to clean the blood, a decline that happens quietly without clear early symptoms. CKD gets worse over time, but in the beginning, it's signs like feeling tired, swelling, or changes in how often you go to the bathroom. Might not seem serious and are often thought to be part of getting older or other minor health problems. This means people don't realize they have CKD until it's pretty advanced. Catching CKD early is very important. Regular checks, especially for those who have diabetes, high blood pressure, or a family history of kidney problems, can spot CKD early on. There is hope with early detection. Taking steps early on can really slow down the disease, which is good news for those facing CKD. By learning more about it, making some changes in how you live, and getting the right medical care, we can respond to the quiet warning signs of CKD with strong and effective actions. Silent diseases number 4, glaucoma. Glaucoma is known as the silent thief of sight because it slowly takes away vision without being noticed. It's a group of eye conditions where pressure builds up inside the eye, damaging the optic nerve, which is essential for seeing. The tricky part about glaucoma is that it starts very slowly. At first, it affects the edges of your vision, so you might not realize anything's wrong until a lot of your sight has been lost. By then, it's often too late to fix the damage. Glaucoma doesn't really give any early signs to warn you, making it a very sneaky problem. Despite this, it's a major reason people lose their sight for good all around the world. However, there's still a reason to be hopeful. Catching glaucoma early through detailed eye exams can spot it before it causes major damage. With today's medical and surgical treatments, we can either stop or slow down glaucoma, helping to save sight and keep a good quality of life. Silent diseases number 5, hepatitis. Hepatitis is like a sneaky attacker that goes after the liver, made up of different types known as hepatitis A, B, C, D, and E. These diseases quietly damage the liver, causing inflammation and harm without making much noise at first. The tricky part about hepatitis, especially types B and C, is that it can hide in the body, not showing any symptoms while it slowly damages the liver. This can lead to serious problems like cirrhosis, liver failure, or liver cancer, which only become obvious after significant damage is done. The challenge with hepatitis isn't just that it's quiet, it's also that not enough people know about it or talk about it, partly because of the stigma around liver diseases. This silence makes it harder to catch and treat the disease early. However, there's hope in fighting hepatitis. We have vaccines for types A and B, better treatments for C and D, and better ways to find the disease early. Knowing about hepatitis, getting screened early, and getting the right treatment can make a huge difference, preventing serious liver damage and saving lives. Silent diseases number 6, osteoporosis. Osteoporosis is a hidden health crisis that slowly makes bones weak and more likely to break. This condition quietly reduces bone density and strength, and people often don't know they have it until they break a bone unexpectedly. Osteoporosis doesn't show signs as it gets worse. Bone loss happens over many years without causing pain or any clear symptoms. It mainly affects older adults, especially women who have gone through menopause, but men and younger people can get it too. It makes people more likely to have serious injuries from minor accidents, like fractures from a simple fall, a quick movement, or even a cough. These injuries often happen in the hip, spine, and wrist, which are really affected by osteoporosis. To fight this condition, being aware and taking early steps is crucial. Getting bone density tests can help catch osteoporosis before it causes a problem, and starting treatment early can make a big difference. With the right medicine, lifestyle changes, and eating foods high in calcium and vitamin D, people can strengthen their bones and protect themselves from the sneaky damage of osteoporosis. Silent diseases number 7, type 2 diabetes. Type 2. Diabetes is a widespread but often unnoticed problem affecting millions around the world. Many people don't realize they have it until they face serious health issues. This diabetes type happens when the body can't use insulin right, leading to high blood sugar levels. Over time, this can harm the heart, nerves, and other important organs. The tricky thing about type 2 diabetes is that it starts slowly. Early symptoms like feeling very thirsty, needing to urinate a lot, feeling hungrier, or more tired than usual can be easy to ignore or mistake for normal aging. So the disease can get worse quietly, but finding it early can make a huge difference. Checking blood sugar, changing what you eat, getting more exercise, and possibly taking medicine can help slow down the disease and prevent serious problems. The story of type 2 diabetes doesn't have to be one of unavoidable damage. With awareness, healthier choices, and getting ahead of the disease, people can lead lives that aren't weighed down by diabetes. Eating well, staying active, and keeping a healthy weight are key steps to take control. Silent diseases number 8, chlamydia. Chlamydia is a very common sexually transmitted infection, STI, that sneaks around quietly, making it hard for people to know they have it. This is because it often doesn't cause any symptoms, or if it does, they're so mild, like unusual discharge, a burning feeling when urinating, or pain in the lower belly, that they're easy to ignore or mistake for something else. If it's not caught, chlamydia can lead to serious problems later on, such as infertility or an increased risk of a pregnancy occurring outside the womb, which are big concerns. But just because chlamydia is sneaky, it doesn't mean it has to lead to trouble. Regular checkups, especially for those under 25 and sexually active, can spot the infection early so it can be treated with antibiotics. Plus, practicing safe sex and being informed about sexual health can help prevent it, changing the course from a hidden problem to one that's well managed. Silent diseases number 9, Lyme disease. Lyme disease is a tricky illness that comes from the bite of an infected tick, hiding in the beautiful outdoor places we love. It starts off quietly, usually with a small red bite mark that's easy to brush off as just another bug bite. Early on, its symptoms look a lot like the flu. Things like feeling tired, having a fever, headaches, and sore muscles, which can make people think it's nothing serious. Sometimes, a rash that looks like a bullseye shows up, but not always, making Lyme disease even harder to recognize. If it's not caught and treated early, it can lead to more serious problems down the line, such as pain in the joints, issues with the nervous system, and heart problems, which can make getting better much harder and sometimes cause long-term health issues. However, we can fight back against Lyme disease with some smart steps, using bug spray, dressing in long clothes when in wooded or grassy areas, and checking for ticks after being outdoors. Catching it early and starting antibiotics can make a huge difference, showing that knowing about it and taking action early can help stop this hidden danger. Silent diseases number 10, carbon monoxide poisoning. Carbon monoxide poisoning is a hidden danger that can sneak into our homes, workplaces and cars, taking lives every year. This poisonous gas comes from burning fuel in things like cars, stoves and fireplaces. It's especially tricky because it has no smell or color, making it hard to notice until it's too late. The symptoms, like headaches, feeling dizzy, weak, sick to your stomach, throwing up, chest pain, and getting confused, are easy to mix up with the flu or food poisoning. This confusion can let carbon monoxide build up unnoticed, leading to unconsciousness and, sadly, even death. It's especially dangerous for kids, older people, and those with ongoing health issues. But we can fight back against this silent threat by putting carbon monoxide detectors in our homes and workplaces, making sure places are well ventilated, and keeping fuel-burning devices in good shape. We can protect ourselves and our loved ones from carbon monoxide poisoning. Silent diseases number 11, sleep apnea. Sleep apnea is like a thief in the night, disrupting the sleep of millions without them even realizing. This disorder causes breathing to stop and start repeatedly during sleep, which might just seem like snoring or restlessness, but is much more serious. Those affected might feel extremely tired during the day, have headaches in the morning, feel irritable, and find it hard to focus, often blaming it on just bad sleep or stress. However, if it's not caught and treated, sleep apnea can do a lot more damage than just messing up your sleep. It can lead to severe health issues because of the lack of oxygen and extra stress on the heart. The good news is that we're getting better at finding and treating sleep apnea. Using CPAP machines, making changes in lifestyle, or sometimes surgery can really help improve sleep and health. By being aware, getting diagnosed early, and starting treatment, people with sleep apnea can look forward to better sleep and more energetic days. Silent diseases number 12, the silent heart attack. The silent heart attack is a sneaky enemy, hitting without the intense warning signs we usually associate with heart attacks. Instead of sharp chest pain, it might just feel like an upset stomach, tiredness, or difficulty breathing, easy to brush off as something less serious. This is why it's called silent. It can happen without the person even knowing, leaving behind damage without any obvious signs. The real danger of a silent heart attack isn't just in the moment, it's that it can lead to more heart problems later, including more heart attacks and heart failure, casting a long shadow on someone's health. But there's a way to fight back. By learning about the risk factors, paying attention to small or unusual symptoms, and getting regular heart checkups, we can spot and deal with these silent threats. A healthy lifestyle and taking care of any health issues can also help keep our hearts safe, shining a light of hope against the dangers of silent heart attacks. Silent diseases number 13, pancreatic cancer. Pancreatic cancer is a tough opponent in the world of health, known for being hard to find and treat early on. This cancer moves quietly, usually not found until it's quite advanced, which is why catching it early is so crucial. At first, pancreatic cancer doesn't make much noise. When symptoms like stomach pain, losing weight, or turning yellow, jaundice, start to show, they're often vague and easy to confuse with less serious issues, meaning the cancer can grow and spread without being noticed. This quiet spread highlights how important it is to work on better ways to find and treat it early. Right now, we're focused on understanding risk factors like smoking and genetic history and on developing new treatments. But there's still hope against pancreatic cancer. With researchers working hard, patients staying strong, and communities coming together for support and awareness, progress is being made. Each advancement in finding and treating this cancer early is a step towards a future where pancreatic cancer is no longer a silent threat. Silent diseases number 14, cervical cancer. Cervical cancer used to be a major cause of death for women in the US, but now there's a lot of hope thanks to better screening and vaccines. This cancer starts in the cervix, the part of the body connecting the uterus and vagina, and it can grow quietly without symptoms if not caught early. The good news is that we've got effective ways to fight it. Being aware, getting regular checks like pap smears and HPV tests, and using the HPV vaccine. These methods have made cervical cancer one of the easiest cancers to prevent nowadays. However, there's still work to do, especially in places where it's hard to get screening and vaccines. This shows how important it is for everyone around the world to know about and be able to prevent cervical cancer. The effort to beat cervical cancer today includes many people working to make sure women know how to protect themselves, pushing for early detection, and celebrating the progress that's been made. We're now closer than ever to beating cervical cancer, making it a story of success in prevention and awareness. Silent diseases number 15, HIV/AIDS. HIV/AIDS has been a major global health issue for years, still posing a silent yet significant challenge. HIV, the virus responsible, attacks the immune system, gradually weakening it. Without treatment, this can lead to AIDS, where the body isn't able to defend against serious infections and diseases. One of the tricky parts about HIV is that it can live in the body quietly for a long time without showing symptoms, making it easy for the virus to progress without being noticed. That's why regular testing and being aware are so crucial. They help catch the virus early on. Now, there's a lot of hope and advancement in treating HIV/AIDS. Thanks to early detection and effective treatments, people with HIV can live long and healthy lives. New prevention methods like pre-exposure prophylaxis, PrEP, are also making a big difference in controlling the spread of the virus. The fight against HIV/AIDS is really about staying informed, preventing the virus, and getting the right treatment. It's inspiring to see how far we've come, from a time when HIV/AIDS was often a death sentence to now, when we can look at it with hope. By working together, spreading awareness, and pushing for medical advancements, we're moving closer to a world where HIV/AIDS isn't a silent threat anymore. Silent diseases number 16, thyroid disorders. Thyroid disorders include various conditions that quietly affect the body's metabolism. Hypothyroidism slows down body functions due to too little hormone production, while hypothyroidism speeds them up because of too much hormone. These conditions often go unnoticed because their symptoms, like feeling tired or changes in weight, can easily be confused with stress, getting older, or just life's ups and downs. This confusion can lead to delays in finding out what's really going on, allowing these disorders to silently affect someone's health and happiness. Despite their quiet start, thyroid disorders can cause big problems if not treated, including heart issues, trouble having children, and serious changes in how the body uses energy. But there's good news. Being aware and catching these conditions early can make a huge difference. Simple blood tests can spot the problem, and there are many treatments that can help get the body's metabolism back on track. With the right care, people with thyroid disorders can live healthy, active lives. Silent diseases number 17, multiple sclerosis. Multiple sclerosis, MS, is like an unseen storm inside the body, attacking the nervous system's core. It's an autoimmune disease that damages the protective covering of nerves, disrupting signals between the brain and the rest of the body. Because of this, symptoms can vary a lot from one person to another, making MS a tough disease to pin down. The real trickiness of MS is how unpredictable it is and how quietly it begins. Symptoms might seem minor or easy to blame on being stressed or tired, which means MS can get worse without being noticed, making it harder to diagnose and treat early on. But MS affects more than just the body. It can also take a toll on mental and emotional health because of its unpredictable nature. Despite these challenges, there's a strong sense of hope and community among those affected. Advances in research are leading to new treatments and therapies, shining a light of hope for people with MS. Catching the disease early and tailoring treatment to the individual can make a big difference in managing symptoms and improving life quality, showing that even against this silent storm, there's a way to fight back. Let's talk about preventive measures and early detection of severe silent diseases. The path to staying healthy is all about prevention and catching any problems early. Think of regular health checkups as your personal guardians, able to spot any hidden health issues before they get serious. These checkups are really important for stopping problems in their tracks, allowing you to take action early on. Making healthy lifestyle choices strengthens this defense even more, laying down a solid base for good health that can help keep diseases at bay. Eating well, staying active, and steering clear of bad habits can drastically lower the risk of many health problems. But one of the most important things you can do is pay attention to your body. It often gives you little hints and warnings about your health through various signs and symptoms. Take these seriously, and if you notice anything odd, don't hesitate to get professional advice. Being aware and proactive about your health is a powerful tool. By focusing on prevention and early detection, we can all stand a better chance against the unseen risks to our health. As we wrap up our exploration of these hidden diseases, we invite you to help us spread the word. Every time you share this information or talk about it, you're lighting a spark of hope for many people. It's a call to action for more research and learning about these silent diseases. By working together, we can highlight the importance of prevention. Your voice and what you do can really change things. Join us in transforming the quiet struggles into loud triumphs over silent diseases.